Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Deep Dive. I am back today with DeFi Dad, our influencer of the month for the month of August. And this month we are chatting all about DeFi. If you missed our first video, make sure you go to the Unstoppable Web channel to view that. We just did a very brief and basic introduction to DeFi for anybody who's not familiar with it. And today in this video, we are going to be talking about all of the different use cases for DeFi that we are already seeing today. So welcome, DeFi Dad. Thank you for joining me.
Hey, Diana. Yeah, good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I'm curious to know, from your view, what are some of the most compelling use cases for DeFi that already exist in the world today?
Yeah, actually, one that tends to get skipped over in conversations, but is I think really the one of the number one use cases in DeFi is stablecoins. Stablecoins mean that they are stable in value. They are normally pegged to some fiat currency. In most cases, it's the US dollar, but we're seeing stablecoins pegged to the euro and other popular fiat currencies. And the reason that's exciting is it allows someone to harness all of the benefits of DeFi, being able to transact with digitally scarce goods, being able to do that instantly anywhere in the world, but you're able to not have to be exposed to volatile assets. The popular ones being something like Ether.
No, 100%. I was just going to say stable coins for sure, I think are going to be one of the most compelling use cases into the future as well. I think the word stable coin is a bit of can seem like a bit of an oxymoron because people view cryptocurrency as so volatile. And so when we're talking about stability in cryptocurrency, that's a very fascinating concept.
Yeah. A lot of I think for newcomers especially, they get lost in the fact that these are digital assets that we can prove exist using cryptography. So try to drop the association that we have with everything being volatile. That's been the history of volatile assets. But now we're at a point where we have these stable coins, which I believe there's about 100 billion in stable coin liquidity today in DeFi. And that means that it's not just about someone being able to lend those, which is another really popular use case, lending to be able to earn interest. For many people, in the world, having exposure, having access to the US dollar can be life changing. And so you have, for me, it's friends that I know or have met that are based in places like Argentina or Nigeria, where stablecoins have become much more popular because they're dependent on a stable medium of exchange like that versus using their local currency. And then just one other use case I want to call out. We mentioned lending. To go with that, of course, is borrowing. So one of the most popular DeFi use cases is that you can lend your assets, and someone on the other side is willing to borrow it. But because this interaction is enabled or automated by software, by these DeFi protocols, it means that you don't have a middleman that's eating up all of the upside from the borrowers. So the borrowers pay an interest rate, and then the lenders are collecting that. And that, hopefully over time enables us to borrow at lower rates in the future, but also it allows lenders to earn a better return. The last use case, though, to call out is trading, of course. Today, the trading volume with decentralized exchanges that has skyrocketed. Most are aware of names like Uniswap or SushiSwap. Those are two of the largest automated market makers, or just let's call them decentralized exchanges or DEXs. So the point is you can trade hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars today in certain assets in DeFi without ever signing up for a service, asking permission. You can just connect to your Web3 wallet. And if you've got, in this case, that sort of capital, you can trade it. And that's important for for the growth of liquidity in DeFi, and ultimately the growth of liquidity leads to more being able to use it. So that means if I have $10 or $10 million, I have access to the same sorts of services through DeFi to be able to trade permissionlessly with other folks.
That is super powerful. Yeah. And that goes back to what we talked about in our first video with DeFi really creating a more equal world for everybody. And so that is super exciting stuff. So lending, borrowing, trading, and stable coins are some of the most compelling use cases in DeFi today. Thank you, DeFi Dad, so much for breaking that down for us. And in our next video, we'll dive into some of the more exciting use cases that we might see in the future for DeFi that maybe people can't even imagine today, other than you, because you're an expert in this. So thank you so much, DeFi Dad. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back again soon with another episode.